Hey guys, welcome to another video of MaxiAspie, and today I'll be talking about isolation and autism. So about a week ago guys, I had a ping on the NHS app and I was told that I had to self-isolate because I've been in contact with somebody that had coronavirus. Now luckily I tested negative and it was fine, I didn't have any symptoms, I wasn't ill or anything else. However, I found during the days of isolation as well quite tricky because obviously you are cut off from everything again, you almost feel like you're in lockdown again. However, there was some failing I felt with the app as well, because actual fact I only had to self-isolate for 5 days because the app let me know 5 days after that I had been in contact with somebody. I felt that the app actually massively failed because I was in contact with somebody 5 days before I was even told that I was in contact with somebody with 5 days before, and it was, I think, a massive failing because in that time you have been places, gone places, and then you find out that you have been in contact with somebody. All that being aside, I wanted to give some tips today about how an autistic person might feel in self-isolation and how it may affect them, and what you can do to combat the way that you may be feeling. So the biggest thing for me was break of routine, because I'm used to going to work, seeing friends and everything else, and I felt quite sad that I couldn't do that, and also I felt bad that I couldn't do that. I felt bad I couldn't go into work, I felt like I was letting people down, I felt that I'd done something sort of wrong, even though I hadn't. It just felt, I suppose, really guilty that I couldn't do the things that I normally do. So it's really being aware that somebody is going to feel that way, but for an autistic person, I think they're going to feel a lot worse. The routine is disrupted and it's going to feel very hard for an autistic person to get the grips in those days of isolation, what they now need to be doing versus what they normally would be doing. Because I would say keep talking to people over phone, over social media as well. I think during my 5 days I probably didn't do that as much as what I should have and could have, but I just felt I was sort of in a situation where I couldn't really do what I wanted to do, and that was quite tricky. So I'd say keeping in touch with those people you normally would speak to on a day-to-day basis is really key. I think the things that would have helped me was playing video games, things like that. Just keep the brain active, even if it's reading a book or learning about something or watching stuff. That really helped me during those sort of days of isolation. But remember, I was only in isolation for 5 days, not 10, so I also only felt half of what isolation for an autistic person might feel like. And those things I found in those 5 days definitely did help. The other thing I'd say is if you can work from home, doing what you can do, definitely dive into work. I was still trying to work when I was at home, doing as much as what I could, and just diving into that and keeping my mind off it. And I think the last thing as well is just being mindful that it could be a lot worse, even though that isolation is very strange and very different to us all, and it can affect us all differently. At least we're not ill, at least we've not got the virus is always something to keep in mind. So those were the things that did help me. I think it's important for people to know that an autistic person in self-isolation can be really tricky, because autistic people are 7 times more likely to feel lonely. You know, they are isolated to a degree already with society because of the challenges and barriers that they face on a day-to-day basis. So having their routine finally put in store for it to be reversed can be quite damaging for an autistic person. And I would just say, if you do know an autistic person, if you work with an autistic person, just keep that in mind, because it can really affect them during that process. But guys, tell me what you think down below. I hope you enjoyed the video, and guys, thank you for watching. Take care and goodbye for now.